All right, let's take a look at this next card. So your packet included these pieces. Okay, there was a little tiny punched piece down in there, so make sure that's not lost. I am sorry that these are no longer available. These were a celebration choice, and I planned this card long before these were no longer available. So at any rate, there are still lots of great celebration items for your choice. All right, so I had set up in the Stamparatus, we had the greeting, I'm so happy for you, from the Good Feelings stamp set. And then we're gonna just ink that up with strawberry sorbet. Oh, sweet sorbet. Why do I want to call it strawberry? Well, because it's the color of strawberries. Sweet sorbet. And I'll just give it a little rub. Sometimes I do use a whiteboard eraser just to give it a little bit more push. Okay. Take that out. All right, so we have that, and we have this, and then in the written directions it will say tie a cheater knot. So I'm one of those people that thinks that wrapping ribbon all the way around and is a waste of all this ribbon back here. So what I suggest you do is take your length of ribbon and tie a square knot. Okay, left over right, right over left, and just wiggle it around until you get it kind of where you want it without pulling these ends real long. Okay, you want to maintain as much of this. You'll notice that I'm just using my forefinger and my thumb to kind of hold these two tails, and I'm using the rest of my fingers to kind of pull with the rest. Okay, so now we have a nice looking knot, and so now you're going to decide, okay, where do I want this knot? Okay, if I want it way over here, then this is going to be my short side, and all of this is going to go across the front. Let me just go ahead and do that so you can see what I'm talking about. So I don't need a lot if this is going to be way over here. I just need enough to tuck it around the back of the cardstock. Okay, so this is probably fine. Okay, so now all the rest of that ribbon that was in the loop is going across that card front. All right, let's put this. And if the layers, you know, for some reason one's a little too long or something, just go ahead and trim it off. I used a couple of different cutters, paper trimmers, when I was creating these pieces, so they may not be, see that one's I lined it up nice on that end, and there's just a little bit too much over here, so we'll just trim that right off, like that. Okay, so now we can get my ribbon, and we'll just put a little bit of adhesive on this end and a little on this end, and we'll just place our knot where we want it, which is right over here towards the end. I'll wrap that end around, and then I'm going to pull this across so it's nice and even and straight, and just tuck that around the back. So now you've saved all that ribbon, which is really good, okay, because 4 inches of ribbon times 40 Christmas cards or something that's a lot of ribbon. That, you know, it might even make the difference of whether you have to order a whole nother spool or not. Okay, all right, so there we go with that. Now this is going to get dimensionals, and I think I have enough edges here. Okay, so between this and the other pieces, I think we're gonna be good. Okay. And we'll just put this last one right over here to kind of help support the middle. Look at that. Finished 2. Like that. All right. Okay. I'm just so happy for you. Not sure about what, but we'll just put that there. And then we'll take our, I used liquid glue, and I have my silicone craft sheet here. And I'm just going to add some tiny little drops of glue. Like that. Onto here. Like that. Right? And then we're going to find a good spot for this, and I think it's going to go right, whoops, it's going to have to go, oh, you know what, I'm going to have to trim that a little bit. There, oh yeah, because I put it up, I put this layer up kind of high, so we don't want to be over the edge. So we'll do this, and I am going to put, if I have any here, which I don't seem to. Well, here, I know. I may be able to get one of these on this leaf, because you just want a little something. Oh, I might even have to go smaller than that. There. You just want this leaf to be supported. You don't want it to be flopping. So let's see if any of the others are going to be, oh, you know what, we could put one over here too. There. Okay, then a little bit of liquid glue here, and this leaf is mostly supported by that layer, and so we should be all set here. Well, that is just, tried to take that off 3 times and it didn't want to go. There we go. Okay. So we'll bring this down, and then those two will get supported by dimensional, so they're not flopping down. Okay. Then I have these little bows that I put on glue dots for everybody. And I may have to trim that down just a little bit. There. And a little bit more on this side. There. Now you can read the words a little easier. Okay. There. All right. Looking good. One more. Be back in a minute.